Hello everybody, this is me, John. I'm joined with
Sam, back again.
And this is the very first together video that we both mentioned in our introductions. The topic of choice today is mainly what we would love to see happen in Season 8, and also a little bit of what we think about how it's going to go into the future. To start us off, why don't you start us off, Sam, and talk about the main things you would really like to see hopefully happen in Season 8.
Season 8 largely, I'm wanting to see obviously more character development for various characters, but I'd say the one character I want to see the most develop in Season 8 is Spike, because Spike's a character who, in a lot of ways, I don't think he gets the love he deserves. In a sense, he's Twilight's original friend. In a lot of ways, really, the relationship between Twilight and Spike should be much deeper. It should be almost on a parental level. Twilight was the unicorn that hatched Spike. Spike has been with Twilight since she was probably 6 to 7 years old.
But like Sam said, we're hoping to have more development of certain characters. Specifically, like Sam, I share the same thing with Spike, because, like he said, Spike, he needs a little bit more development. He needs a bit more love, and he needs a proper direction. He's still very much under the wing of Twilight.
What we need a solid episode in Season 8 where we get what I like to call...
Spike.
No, not just Spike. I want to see a Twi-Spike episode. I want to see Twilight and Spike on their own, and they have to do something. I don't know, it's a friendship problem, or maybe it's a bigger problem than that. But I want to see an episode where we really get to see
Twilight and Spike together.
Yeah, but I want to see it more than just that. I want to see an episode where we get to see basically what is their relationship really like, B, what is Twilight's overall feelings towards Spike, and C, what would Twilight do if Spike was in danger? That I'd love to see. Here's the thing. Obviously, in Crystal Empire, Spike is seen as a hero who saved them. Now, you see, here's the thing, I kind of look at it. If you look at it from a certain perspective, Spike did indeed save the Crystal Empire twice. I mean, the first time was when he managed to get the Crystal Heart to Cadence, and therefore they were able to stop Sombra. And secondly, there was the time when there was that big iceberg thing falling out of the sky towards them all. Yeah. And he burns it up and destroys it. Here's the thing though, that episode, part 2 of the Crystal Kingdom, I believe it's called, Spike gets absolutely zero recognition for what he does. In fact, it isn't until almost 3 seasons later, I believe, where he is actually recognised for it. So my question is, in that episode, why the hell did Twilight get all the praise from Celestia when it was actually Spike that did all the work?
It's interesting. It's kind of... I wonder if they're purposely kind of putting him on the back burner. And I'm really hoping that maybe either a season finale completely where Gen 4 finishes, or if hopefully, because they're talking about this, there's only going to be Season 8, Season 9, there's been no confirmation of a continuation past Season 9 as of yet. We only know there's a possible planned out Gen 5 series coming out in the next coming years. That's all we know about the future of the MLP franchise. And obviously the EQ verse, but we'll leave that be for now. But yeah, it's going to be interesting as what's going to happen, because Spike is one of the main fundamental characters. He's been there from the beginning. He was purposely given to Twilight because I think Celestia knew she was responsible enough to protect him and to bring him up, and also mainly give him. Celestia gave Spike to Twilight mainly because she would have a friend. That was mainly that.
Did she though?
But there's obviously an underlying thing.
Did she? Yeah. Seriously, think about it. I assume she did, but here's the thing. Twilight hatches Spike, and she's maybe 6, 7 maybe when she does that. Would Celestia let a young filly of that age look after a newborn baby dragon? Could we? Because I know there's a lot of fan theories that Celestia might have raised Spike at least for the first few years. I mean, there's definitely, obviously Twilight has known Spike the longest, and as we agree, we need to see some real Twilight Spike episodes that really put their relationship into perspective.
Yeah.
But here's something we should ask as well. What is Spike's relationship like with Celestia?
Yeah, I mean, there's never really been any just Celestia and Spike episodes or anything like that where
There's been a really good one in the comic. There's a really good Spike and Celestia standalone comic that's worth reading.
Alright.
But
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, from a perspective in the series, I feel like Celestia ignores Spike. I mean, as we discussed earlier, how Spike's the one that ultimately saves the Crystal Empire, yet Twilight gets all the praise from Celestia, and you kind of think to yourself, whenever Spike's in the room with Twilight and Celestia's there, she never actually acknowledges Spike, ever. There's only been one episode where she acknowledges Spike, and that's the episode where Twilight has a mental breakdown and puts that wanted spell on her old childhood toy.
Oh,
And Spike is the one that actually calls Celestia and says, he's really worried about Twilight. That's the only time Celestia officially acknowledges Spike.
Yeah.
Why has she not acknowledged him in any other episode, especially the episode where he saves the Crystal Empire? Yet she's like, Twilight, you did the right thing. You gave the Crystal Heart to Spike. Here is a window, memorialising that moment, but you're going to get all the praise for it. Well done, Twilight. What about Spike? Spike was the hero. You didn't even,
He's been kind of left on the back burner. No pun intended, because he's a dragon. Fire-breathing dragon. But he's been left on the back burner a little bit, and I think maybe there's a theory there to keep him kind of back a little bit. And I think hopefully season 8 and season 9 we may hopefully see him a bit more flushed out. Because I don't know, was it in the trailer or was it where you actually see him kind of, oh no, there was an episode in either season 6 or season 7 where he literally flashed.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was season 7 where he's got Thorax and Ember.
Yeah.
And he's trying.
The map is summoning Spike.
Yeah, and his back scale spines are flashing. Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering if he is connected to the map. He must be a bearer of something.
Well, there is a theory he's actually a secret bearer of an element that hasn't been revealed.
So I'm wondering if he is maybe a bearer of an element there. It's going to be interesting. I really want Spike to get a bit more involvement. So
speaking of the map, in brief, what is the map? Because all we know about it is it's a map of Equestria that marks a place where there's a friendship problem and summons the needed of the main 6 to handle the problem.
Yeah.
However, it also summons non-members that are not at the element bearers. For example, it can summon Spike and it can summon Starlight Glimmer. So here's the thing, is the map, is it going to turn out that it's, I don't know, some sort of entity? Because it seems to be, obviously it's a magical relic, and don't forget there's the episode where Starlight starts messing with the timeline, but wherever they go the map is not changed. So whatever the map is, it's clearly a very powerful source of power. And Hasbro did state about 2 years ago that they've got big plans to explain the origins of the map and just what else it can do apart from summoning people summoning ponies to friendship problems.
Yeah, it is interesting, and I've always thought about what is truly the map. There's more to it, I think.
Just briefly, because we will have to discuss a lot more of this. Twilight is an Alarcon princess.
Yeah.
She has a castle.
Yes.
It's only her, Starlight and Spike living there. And you've got to think to yourself, she has no royal guards of her own. There's nobody else living there apart from her and Spike and Starlight. It's like, they really need to flesh out her castle a bit more. Like, I'd love for, you know what I'd like, actually, I like to say, I don't think this will happen, but because it's pretty much been confirmed that season 8 picks up from the film ending, I'd like to see Tempest as Twilight's personal bodyguard.
Either that or she lives with Twilight. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more of Tempest, a bit more of Kappa, a bit more of Skarstar. Then season 8's looking interesting. I mean, I want a bit more development for Spike. I also would love to see more development for Scootaloo.
Oh yeah, I want to see more Scootaloo because she just has no background, no real development. They've very, very loosely touched upon her surrogate sistership with Rainbow Dash. And I'd love to know more about Scootaloo. Plus, can we make ponies real so I can hug her? And then after I've hugged her, I'll hug Luna and tell her how awesome she is. But come on, seriously, Scootaloo needs serious character development in season 8.
She does. I mean, literally, you know, the rest of the Cutie Mark Crusaders do have families.
They've had masses of character development. Scoops is the only one who's literally not had any development. I have to mention this. Will she eventually fly? Because she can't fly at the moment.
No, I think she's too young to be able to fly.
Yeah, but you've seen other Pegasi same age as her flying.
Okay. Well,
so I'd like to see her fly eventually.
We move away from that side, but yeah. So would love to see more. Obviously, Princess Celestia and Luna. We would love to see them get a little bit more flushed out with their backstory. I want to know more about them. Maybe when they were fillies, maybe when they were little, and see them kind of do something where you see them kind of like growing into their own, becoming adults and becoming actual full-blown princesses and on the throne, what I mean, and them kind of like that kind of a backstory, seeing them from a young age, seeing them from maybe the age of Twilight now. I
think we will get that, considering that in the last, obviously the season finale of season 7, when after the whole Pony Shadows thing was resolved, Starswell does meet Celestia Luna, and there's a bit of reminiscing where he mentions that, you know, you're a lot bigger than the last time I saw you. So I think we might get to see a bit of Celestia Luna history, maybe when they were training with Starswell.
Well, as we know, obviously Starswell is now back, and with him back, I'm hoping that we can now go back into kind of go back in time a little bit, maybe like a flashback episode or something like that. Well, it would have to be a flashback episode, but there would maybe have to I'd like it to at least do maybe one episode where they go back and you just see them as younger ponies, and you see them maybe probably at the age of maybe Twilight is now currently, because obviously I think Celestia obviously sees herself in Twilight, and I think that's probably why she takes such a connection to her. So I'm kind of thinking, was what Twilight is at the moment, was Celestia like that? Was she a bookworm? Was she always always busybody, always kind of head in books, or was she a rebel? Was she not really? Didn't she really take the throne thing seriously? Was she more about being out and about with her friends, kind of thing? Was she? I'd like to see what she was like, her attitude, how she was as an individual when she was younger. And then Luna, I've kind of, obviously Luna, she would have been kind of this like dark horse, typical, she's a dark horse. But she would have been this kind of dark horse kind of character where she was kind of like, you're not going to tell me what to do kind of thing, because that's what I get from Luna when she was younger. Because now when she's older, she's become real sassy, and she's kind of like gives you the evil eye if you which I think is really hilarious when Twilight's kind of interrupts her now and again, and it's kind of funny to see her reaction. That's what I would like to see happening in season 8, is that kind of happening. Really would love to see that. And also I'd just like to hit upon quickly of the future of Friendship is Magic, the series. Now, we don't know if this is true, we don't know if it has been confirmed yet, because I'm completely not really in the loop with the news side until he tells me about it. But it kind of, the whole thing with, it's kind of rumoured that season 9 is going to be the last season. It's not confirmed it is, but it's kind of major rumoured as the fans have kind of come to expect that season 9 will be the last season. I really struggle to believe it is. I know on the horizon we've got Gen 5 on the horizon, so I'm kind of wondering if we are going to get more past season 9, if we're going to get a 10th season, or if it's going to maybe continue for a few more years yet. Because why I say that is that we are getting more movies. We're getting more movies based on Friendship is Magic, so we don't know if they're going to be sequels or if they're going to be prequels. But we are getting more movies based on Friendship is Magic after the first film. So we are getting more, at least 3. That's confirmed. So if we're getting movies, then you will have to probably have some sort of bridge gap series to kind of bring them into the timeline in order to make them canon, or keep them as canon. So you would have to maybe continue for a few more seasons for Friendship is Magic in order for these movies to really work in the same context. Otherwise, or unless they're thinking of maybe working up and finishing Friendship is Magic with a last film and then moving on to Generation 5. But we know Gen 5 apparently is supposed to be fast approaching. Apparently there's rumours that, we don't know if it's confirmed by Hasbro, but there's rumours fans are going by that it could be starting as little in the next 2 or 3 years, Gen 5.
Well, the rumours are that Gen 5 is going to start in 2020.
Yeah.
The 3 main rumours, spoilers if you don't know this, obviously it's going to start in 2020. Apparently the main 6 are all going to be completely different. Twilight is apparently going to be an Earth pony. Fluttershy will be a unicorn. Pinkie Pie is going to be redesigned. Applejack's going to be redesigned. The other rumour is that it might take more after Gen 3 of MLP, because apparently you're going to have different lands or worlds. One for the unicorns, one for the Pegasi, one for the Earth ponies, just like G3 of MLP. The other rumour, which has not been confirmed or denied, is that G5 and later subjects films may all be CGI rather than animated.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Yeah, there's a lot of theories, a lot of rumours that are not confirmed, by the way. These aren't officially confirmed at all.
The only rumour that is confirmed, as we all know, people, Luna is the best pony, as we all know. Yeah. We all know. No. We can discuss this in a separate video.
We can.
Indeed, we must.
I mean, Luna's awesome and all, but... So...
We should wrap things up, because literally we've been doing this now for an hour.
It's not my fault.
It's your camera's fault for cutting out every 5 minutes.
But anyway, so... we're going to bring this to an end now, this video, and I'm certainly interested to see what is yet to come with Season 8 and also Season 9. I'm also interested to see what's going to happen in the future movies, but obviously more will be revealed at a later date. So I'm going to sign off my side and say thank you very much for watching this. This has been a very long video, but I will try and edit it where it's needed, so it's not going to be too long. Hopefully not anyway. But so thank you very much for watching. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far for this channel. Thank you for I just want to do a shout out to a good friend Lawrence, aka Takun Solo 90. We will be seeing you very soon, my friend. We'll be meeting up at Digicon 4. Expect a possible other video that's going to probably maybe come from Digicon 4, because I'm going to see if I can try and find some ponies while there. So if we find anything that is mainly relevant to My Little Pony, we will vlog it, we will do it, and I will make a possible little video compilation for Digicon 4, which will be coming hopefully on Monday for you guys to enjoy. So what would you like to say on the closing of this video, my friend?
Cookies are great. Luna's the best pony. No. And we will discuss this Luna versus Rainbow Dash in a later video. Thanks for listening, people, and peace out. And we'll be bringing you more Brony videos in the future. Have a good night.
Yeah, so stay awesome, my friends. See you soon.